Explain to us about your new product, the XT4.
Well, we're very excited about this long-awaited new arrival. It's a market segment that has never been contested by Cadillac previously, but it's also one of the hottest growing segments in the luxury business in this country, and in fact globally. And so it's been long awaited, and our new arrival is here. It's aimed right at the epicenter of that fast-growing segment, and is sure to expand our customer base with a lot of new luxury brand buyers who are affluent, young demographic, moving into luxury for the first time.
So Johan, as you know, there are some pretty prominent imports in that space right now, the likes of BMW, for example, and Audi. How are you going to persuade potential buyers for BMW and Audi they should come over to this new Cadillac rather than stick where they are?
Well, it's part of a very multifaceted approach, and for the sake of brevity, I will focus on the product substance alone. So it starts really with a level of execution which has not been seen at Cadillac before. It's the product of a whole new engineering process that is dedicated to Cadillac to raise the level of execution. And then in terms of technology and design as key differentiators, for example, this car features a longer wheelbase than any of its segment competitors. That gives it a very beautiful set of proportions and really helps the design language, but it also helps interior roominess and of course ride comfort. A longer wheelbase is more comfort. So a lot of product tangible benefits associated with the new XT4.
And from my understanding, Johan, is that the XT4 is not headed to China. It will be built there. Would that shield you from any trade tensions there might be between the US and China?
So our policy at Cadillac really is to build where we sell. XT4 manufacturing in the US will be for the US market and our rest of the world business. We have not yet announced and finalized our decision to take this product to China, but I would say that it's a logical expectation. And when we do, it will be localized for the Chinese market only.
Chinese consumers in the past, when there were historical tensions with Japan or South Korea, they boycotted some of their cars. Are you concerned about what a trade war between the US and China could entail for Chinese consumers and Cadillac?
Look, I think a trade war is not going to be welcomed by any businessman. The reality of the matter is that free trade is really the growth engine for raising prosperity levels all around the globe. But in order for free trade to be sustainable, it fundamentally needs to be based on fair rules of trade. And that, I think, is a universal truth.
Johan, there was a tragic incident involving Uber and an autonomous vehicle in Tempe, Arizona last week. I know that General Motors is very, very active in this area. Do you expect that that will increase the level of regulatory oversight and may slow down the process? Because I know that General Motors, this is an important priority for you.
Well, General Motors and Cadillac specifically has been extremely conservative in the rollout of semi-autonomous and autonomous technology. We fundamentally believe that beta testing and development is to be done in a controlled environment in the hands of experienced engineers, not in the hands of consumers. If this means that we have a slower rollout, then so be it. We are one of the leading proponents of autonomous capability, and I think given the stature of General Motors, we have to be very, very circumspect, precisely for the reasons that you articulate, to ensure that the way that we roll out the technology builds confidence in consumers and regulators alike.